I think it's important to talk about why McCaffery went to Germany.
Ooh, break it down.
Yeah, break it down. Is that what Kobe Bryant did?
Yeah, twice that we know of. Probably like 5 times if I were to guess, because usually they use in sets of 3.
All right, break that
So
down.
I did a video last night on. I was gonna drop it this morning, but I said, you know what? There's too many people that are questioning this, so I put it out last night. When I saw this pop up, I said, "Oh boy." So to give you context, most people think I'm just a sports med doc, which technically is the case. But I'm not just a regular sports med doc that does your steroid injections and does your cortisone, your gel injections and preps people for surgery and does concussions and fractures and whatnot. No, my specialty is stem cells. Okay, that's literally what I do all day, every day. I give lectures at stem cell conferences. Okay, this is literally my niche. There's only a couple people in the country that can say that. So when I heard that McCaffery went to Germany, you don't go to Germany in the middle of the season if your injury is straightforward. All right, think about that. It's Saturday in week 3. You're on IR and you're sitting for a flight waiting for Munich.
Yeah.
Okay, like something's not normal here. They have all of the imaging in the United States you need to evaluate this. This is not an advanced imaging issue. This is what can I treat this with and get back this year, in my opinion. Now, I've never treated him, but I know someone who has. I haven't talked to him about this situation, but I know what that physician uses, and it's not anything that would get him back on the field this year. I use stuff that would get him back, but that's a separate topic. My suspicion is McCaffery went to Germany to get a type of stem cells that are not inflammatory, super potent, legal, and would allow him to potentially return this year. This is likely what Kobe did, but it's going to be a stronger version because it's been 10, 12 years since that happened at least. And they are going to do what they cannot make this tendon like when he was 15 years old. That's not possible. And that's okay. The problem is this tendon is frayed, this tendon is weak, and this tendon has a significant increased risk for rupture.
So like
we're talking about an area of about 6 inches or so. Okay, really about 3 inches, but we'll just, to make it easy, 6 inches. So what can they inject in this area that is not only going to improve the quality, the strength, and the tensile strength of that tendon, but also not cause a lot of inflammation so that he can potentially burn in 3-4 weeks? That's the tricky part. I do not do these in series of 1. I do these in series of 3 because it's very difficult to treat this one time and get the strength that you're looking for. So,
did A-Rod do this? Did A-Rod or Cousins do any of this?
Yes, they did. I both can and Tyreek Hill did this too, and not for his Achilles, for his knee. But the problem is the timing is not ideal. The issue is you're asking a running back with a ton of mileage on him to get this thing healed up, to do significantly better, and come back in a month and then run regular volume. I have no idea how this is going to play out. Zero.
Doc, since his second year, this is just kind of par for the course. Since his second year in the league, it's been every other year. He's out. Like, let's look at the history.
He had a monster 2019. 2020 fell flat in his face. 2021 flat in his face. 2022 came back, looked good, got traded to the 49ers, finished strong. Last year, freaking incredible. But remember,
took a lot
the running backs that they do now are not the running backs from 20 years ago.
Right.
These guys do not handle 400 touches anymore.
Yep.
And he had finished with 417 touches, including the playoffs. Remember, they did go all the way, so that does play a role.
Yeah.
You didn't shut it down in freaking December, even though he missed the last game of the season with a calf injury. So, and then he gets married. He does all this important stuff in the offseason. But then when it's time to ramp up, he strains his calf. Now they start talking about Achilles late. We don't know how long that's been going on, but they didn't tell us until basically the day or two before the season. And now we're a month out from that, give or take, and he's in Germany trying to figure out what to do. I get the 49ers stance, and they have probably one of the top medical staffs in the country with ELITrash and them available to them. But with that being said, like, if you told me that he's done for the year, I would not be surprised at all. It wouldn't surprise me at all. If you told me that his career might be over, it would not surprise me at all.
Oh,
because
career over.
I'm with you. I'm with you though.
And I'm not trying to scare people. I'm just telling you, Achilles tears in running backs. That's it. Like, we've seen Akers. Okay. James Robinson. Anybody seen him? We've seen J.K. Dobbins looks pretty good, but can he sustain that? Donta Foreman is more of a plotter and took 4 years to come back. Marlon Mack tore his twice.
Kirk Cousins.
The last time we have
Kirk Cousins looked like a year. He missed a year after the second week. He looked good, and then the third week he looks like he looked 2 years ago again, like slow.
But not only that, those are quarterbacks.
Yeah, not mobile guys either.
I'm talking about someone that needs to plant their foot, cut 20, 30 times. And the problem with that tendon is it needs tensile strength. It needs to be taught. Once it starts loosening, that's it. You can't get that same explosiveness, and that's what they feel. And that's why you see Akers spinning a lot, because he can't burst, so he has to like juke, And he looked okay. I mean, but he's done it twice. He's done it. Poor kid.